Welcome to the Football Forecast, your ultimate guide to the NFL week ahead. Get ready as we dive deep into the biggest matchups, analyze key player performances, and break down the strategies that could make or break your favorite team's chances. Whether you're looking to dominate your fantasy league, make smart picks and bets, or simply stay ahead of the game, we've got you covered with insights and predictions. So buckle up, football fans. It's time to get your game face on for another action-packed week in the NFL. While only one team can hoist the trophy at the end, it all starts with the forecast.
Yes, here we go. It is week 5 of the football forecast here on the Empty the Bench Podcast Network as we have made it to October. And it's an amazing month in the sports world, and it's our first chance to really check at the NFL level, 4 weeks in to see where your favorite team is at. But we'll talk about that as we move along here in the episode. Make sure to check us out on our social media feeds, on our accounts at TFB Forecast ETB on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, check out our YouTube channel if you're watching us there at youtube.com/ETB Network. And if you can't watch us, you can also listen to us on the audio side by listening wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And the football forecast and the Empty the Bench Podcast Network is presented by Playback. Stay tuned later on in the episode for a word about Playback. And the football forecast odds that we'll be presenting today are presented by Novig.
Yeah, so sports fans, Novig is flipping the betting game on its head. It's America's #1 sports prediction market, available in 35 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and New York. On Novig, you're 10 times more likely to win than with a traditional sports book because you're not betting against the house. You're playing against real users. It's the only free exchange where you keep 100% of your winnings. Download the app today. Sign up with the promo code ETB Network, ETB NETWORK, and you'll score 1,000 Novig coins plus $5 in Novig cash, plus spend $5 and get $50 in bonus coins or bonus plays. Must be 21 years or older to play. Gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-GAMBLE if you have a gambling problem.
Yeah, and I actually had a Novig parlay this past week, and with our picks going on so far, I'm running a little bit of a heater. And I'll tell you what, though, guys, we're all coming in red hot because we all had a very good week last week. In fact, the worst that anybody did was 8-8. But our winner from last week was yours truly, going 12-4 against the spread for 24 points. Unfortunately, did not hit my lock, but I will take the 4 points that comes along with winning the week. So a 28-point week for me, although I'll be honest with you, I could have done even better, but I'll take the 12-4. But again, everybody did well. Nick went 11-5, Zan went 11-5, Grant went 10-6, Christy went 10-6, Ben, Michael, and Tom all went 9-7, and Nick D went 8-8. So factor all of that in. We had some locks that were hit. So as we take a look at our current standings here through 4 weeks, guys, we actually, in terms of the points, have a 4-way tie with Nick Morganson, Zan, Christy, and Michael all with 76. Now the tiebreaker in that would be the record, and Nick and Zan are both 36-28. Christy is 35-29. Michael 33-31, but that's because he's hit 3 locks and he's won a week, which is why he has that. Tom also 33-31 for 68 points. I'm back up to 31-33 for 66. Ben with 64, Grant with 60, and Nick D with 58. But truth be told, it's still very early. We have a long ways to go as we start the NFL's second month of the season. So we all ready to do this, guys?
Let's
do it.
Let's do it.
All right. And it's a little bit of a shorter week now with 4 teams on the bye, that being the Falcons, the Bears, the Packers, and the Steelers. And unfortunately, we're all coming into this week, or at least this episode, in the red because it was a clean sweep on Thursday Night Football for the Rams, and they did not cover and did not win. So, unfortunately, we're all
upset, man. I should have taken the upset. Michael,
I said during that video, I was like, the over tends to hit on these divisional matchups, and then I was like, but I'm gonna go with my pick, the Rams, to go to the Super Bowl, and it let me down.
Well, Nick, what did we say at the start of the Yankee Red Sox Game 3 stream? I said is it the fact that we've clean sweeped? Is that going to be a jinx? And
Yeah.
we
It
kind of
was.
did.
But you know what, though? A lot of the week to go here, so let's see if we can get back on track. And let's start with our second international game in as many weeks. This time over in
London.
Yep, and Tom will start with you
London.
because and Tom will start with you because for the second straight week, your Vikings are playing in an overseas game, the third different country in as many weeks. And Tom, we start with a Kenny Albert, Jonathan Vilma, Sarah Walsh special on the NFL Network as those aforementioned Minnesota Vikings take on Dylan Gabriel and the Cleveland Browns, and the Vikings 3.5-point favorites, and the total, the lowest one of the week at 36.5.
Can I just say that, first of all, yes, this game does mean a lot for my family, considering my dad is a Vikings fan and my brother is a Browns fan. So it is going to be quite the experience this week. We're all up for Little London game. I don't like the way the Vikings look. It started okay with Carson Wentz as the quarterback, and then they just absolutely collapsed last week against Pittsburgh. But I also, I know it's Dylan Gabriel. I know it's a rookie quarterback, and Jackson Dart kind of proved to us that with rookie quarterbacks, anything can happen. But in the same way that we say it's the Mets, it's the Browns. And I really pick a team like Cleveland, so I'm going to do something a little risky. I know you said it's the lowest point total of the week. I'm going to go with the under. I don't see many points being scored in this one. Sorry, London.
So he's going to take the under. Zan.
Yeah, I hate this game with a burning passion. I won't be waking up early to watch it. I'll be waking up to do my stream and then settling into the rest of my afternoon and not subjecting myself to this. But if the Vikings can't beat the Browns, no matter where the game is, I don't know what to tell you. Give me the Vikings here in the cover to start the week.
Ooh.
Ben?
So the Vikings, this is their second straight week internationally. So I think that they're kind of due to bounce back internationally. And the Browns stay. They have a backup quarterback going. Dylan Gabriel, you don't know what you're going to make out of them. Vikings take the money.
Grant?
Yeah, so, okay, look. The Browns' offense will look like crap. I can tell you that. But the Browns' defense might keep them in this game. But still, I have to take the Vikings because even though they have a backup quarterback in Carson Wentz, he is still a more serviceable quarterback than Dylan Gabriel, who still I have no idea why he is. I mean, I wouldn't start anyone in the Browns quarterback room, if I'm being honest with you, but you have to start someone.
Not even, he's saying not even Shedeur Sanders.
He's a prima donna.
Well,
So-
I was going to say that response that he
agree with
gave,
that.
the mouthing of the response, not actually
Right.
saying something when he was
Yeah.
asked about that was
But-
terrible.
Right.
But when you look at the Vikings, pass catchers, they've got Justin
Judy.
Jefferson,
Mhm.
Jordan Addison, and
Oh, yeah.
and T.J. Hawkinson and Aaron Jones or Jordan Mason. That's good enough to beat the Browns. I mean, the somehow the Packers barely beat them 2 weeks ago. I don't
Packers
know. how
lost.
Packers lost to Cleveland.
Oh, oops. Well, I retract my statement.
They led for 3 quarters.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But I retract my previous statement. But I'm still taking the Vikings to win.
All right, so you're going to lay him. All right. Christy?
There's no question. I mean, the Vikings right now are better. The Browns, I think they're just setting Dylan Gabriel up for complete failure here.
Yes.
Yeah, and they're just deciding, we're gonna start him, and if he screws up, we're gonna put in Shedeur Sanders. Yeah, okay.
And I have to
But,
say, I'm sorry, Christy, real
No,
quick.
go ahead.
Before anyone
Okay.
gets to their next details. I mean,
Mhm.
this is a terrible team to have your first start against because Brian Flores blitz out his butt. Like seriously, it is.
He did.
All blitz,
Whew.
and Dylan Gabriel is gonna be on his back half the game. I'm gonna say that right now.
Yeah. But I'm gonna take Vikings take the money.
Nick?
I'm just going to start by saying for Cleveland.
And all the failure.
Because that's literally what the organization is. Like, again, you're throwing a rookie quarterback into the wolves. Like, quite literally. I understand that they are playing Carson Wentz. I think Carson Wentz can... Now, they didn't look good in the international game, but I think, like Ben said, the second time's a charm. I think they got to go out and win a game. And I think Carson Wentz has a little more veteran experience to handle a situation that way.
Agreed.
So your first start being an international game, N-O, take the Vikings.
Ugh. I'll say good luck, Dylan Gabriel.
Michael.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like either of these. I don't like the Vikings at -3.5. I don't like the over under. I don't like anything about this game. This game might be a 10-7 game, so that's why I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take the under here on the lowest total of the week or ever. I think.
Yeah.
You're not an under guy either.
No, I'm not. I'm a guy who doesn't go for the under. I took it last week. Maybe something's switching here. I don't know, but I don't like anything about this game. So
Nick,
I'm gonna go
you know what this is?
What?
This is the degenerate gamblers game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Yep. I agree.
And I'm going to take a totally different avenue from all of you guys. I'm taking the Browns plus 3.5 to cover the number. There's quite. You guys are missing quite a few things about this. The Browns have two things going for them. They have a Super Bowl caliber defense and great play from their rookie class so far this year. And I think it gives them a chance to keep it close every week. And now your counter, I'm sure, is going to be what the Lions did last week. But let's also remember that the Lions did that. That was a punt return and a pick six. That was not their defense. Why they gave 34 points last week. And what are the Vikings going to be playing in their third different country in as many weeks? And with all the attention we're talking about with Dylan Gabriel going against the Brian Flores defense, the Cleveland defense, I think, is going to manhandle this offensive line for the Vikings, which is very banged up. So, yeah, I don't expect a lot of points, but I think the Browns hang around in this one. So I'll grab them plus 3.5 there in London in game one.
Whew.
All right, now back to the States for this one. Ben, speaking of injuries, a big deal in this game. An Iron Eagle, J.J. Watt, Evan Washburn special on CBS as we have the Houston Texans taking on the Baltimore Ravens. This line is flipped because of the numerous injuries on the Ravens side, including to Lamar Jackson. The Texans 1.5-point favorites.
Yeah. If you told me, this game is going to be favored by the Texans, I probably would call you crazy. But the Ravens right now, obviously, no Lamar, no Marlon Humphrey. The Texans obviously kind of have their own issues. So I'm staying actually away from the spread line here. I don't trust either team right now. The Ravens, I know obviously they're 1-3. They've had a tough start. I'm actually thinking there's going to be a lot of points. I'm taking the over.
Okay.
By the way, before we go there, I forgot to play the video for the Ravens as well. Because Tom did spend time on it. So let's play the video first.
That, I think, is the appropriate question right now with this Ravens team.
Good.
What the flock?
You know why I was thrown off? We've never done a Ravens video.
No.
We've never done a Ravens video.
Never done a Ravens video. So
Oh my God!
Ben's going to take
The
the
first time for
over.
everything.
Yeah. The way this year has been, there's much more where that came from. So Ben's going to take the over. Grant, what's your play?
Okay, so last week the Texans scored 26 points against the Titans, but I can't trust either of these teams to win, to be honest with you, because when you are playing with a backup quarterback, your offense never looks good. Never. It's inevitably going to look bad. And the Texans, I can't trust them to look good either. So I am actually going to take the under on 40.5 here.
Oh,
Wow. So a split opinion on the first two guys in this game.
Come on,
Christy,
The Ravens have covered the over every single time this year.
Yes. I don't like what I'm looking at here with the Texans and the Ravens. So guess what? I'm taking the under.
Under.
Okay.
I'm going under.
Nick?
Ugh. I mean, I'm looking at a list of the injuries right now on my computer. So Lamar's out, Roquan Smith, Marlon
Is
Humphrey.
Hamilton out?
I don't see his name on here, but there's a ton of injuries, and Lamar is the biggest one. Let's not shadow past that. By the way,
Nope.
I'm going to stay away from the total because I think that's a disaster going into this game. I'm actually going to take the Texans to cover because I think that they are the better team right now in this matchup. Lamar being out destroys their offensive pattern that they played through the game. They can't get the ball up in the air as much as they want. He helps spread out the offensive line, so there's more rushing yards in the game. I think the Texans actually win a game. I'm taking the Texans to cover.
Grant, Kyle Hamilton missed his second straight practice on Friday. He is questionable.
So he's probably going to be out.
Yeah, it doesn't look good if you don't practice
Friday is the deciding day, pretty much. If you miss that day, you're screwed.
I would say
Michael, what do you have?
Yeah, so I think this is going to be a big game from Derrick Henry. I think I'm predicting 150 yards, 3 touchdowns type of day for Derrick Henry. With Lamar being out. I think that just opens up the run game. So I'm actually going to go.
I had Derrick Henry in fantasy.
Yeah, Derrick Henry's going to have a big game. Who's ever playing me in fantasy this week's going to have a rough time because he's going to have 30-plus points. So I'm actually going to go Ravens here.
Okay. Yeah, I'll meet your Derrick Henry, Michael, and I'll raise it Nick Chubb and Woody Marks, who came off their best performance of the year combined last week. And against this reeling Ravens defense, that's going to help. And I think you look at the Houston defense, which has always been a strength of them this year, going against that unhealthy Ravens offense. I'm taking the Texans. Tom?
Pass.
I know. It should be past games this year.
I really, really hate this game. I really want to put my trust in the Ravens. I know the Ravens have hit the over every week so far. Like we mentioned, the Texans have the easiest line as a favorite. I mean, the shortest line as a favorite. Only 1.5 points. Yeah, I could see Derrick Henry going off, but at the same time, like Johnny said, I could see Nick Chubb having an excellent game because that Ravens defense has not delivered. Ravens defense plus backup quarterback. Yeah, give me the Texans on this one.
And Zan.
I like the under in this game. I think this game sucks. I think both of these teams are struggling in their own immense ways. And no Lamar screams disaster. And I don't care about the statistic that the Ravens have hit the over in every single game. It ends this week. Give me the under.
All right. So
you know what this is? This is our second straight degenerate gambler game.
Because of the injuries, this might be like the toilet bowl game.
Well, then what about the next game?
Oh.
No.
You mean this one?
No. This is a toilet bowl game.
Welcome to Degenerate Gamblers Week.
All right, Zan, I ended with you in the last game, and I'll start with you here. This is our first 4 straight fast track picks, so let's go real quick on this one. And Zan, for you, it is an Eric Collins, Mark Schlereth, Jen Hale special on Fox as the Miami Dolphins take on the Carolina Panthers at Bank of America Stadium, and the Dolphins are a 1.5-point favorite.
I don't really know why, but I'm going to keep this simple. I love the over in this game. He just screams points galore. I think that the Panthers have played well the last couple weeks, and I think they're out to make a statement. I'm not comfortable enough for picking them. I just think that there's going to be a ton of points, and someone's going to be heartbroken at the very end, and it'll more than likely go to overtime or be decided in the last minute. So give me the over.
Ben?
I don't really like either team. I'm not going to lie. Panthers, they got humbled against my Pats last week. It felt good. That's kind of the team I'm kind of expected to see, kind of more than the team against the Falcons. But the Dolphins they're a disaster. I mean, even in the game, their win against the Jets, obviously prayers to Tyreek. That sucks, obviously, the way it happened. But I'll go with the Dolphins here to cover. I think that 1.5 is good enough for me. I feel like it's going to be a big week for Jalen Waddle and Devin Achane to score. I'm feeling it's not going to be like a fun game, obviously, to watch for a viewing point, but it's like the Dolphins will find a way because the Panthers just not good.
Grant, fast track. What do you have?
Yeah, I mean, Tua can't, for some crazy reason, went off with Darren Waller last week, but losing Tyreek Hill and everything, both. Oh my God, this is so painful because I can't believe I'm about to say. I'm gonna go the opposite of Zan, and I'm actually gonna take the Panthers to win and cover.
All right, he's taking the Panthers
outright.
Yeah, Christy.
But definitely, the injury to Tyreek Hill just completely changes everything for the Dolphins. So I'm just going to go Dolphins are going to cover.
Nick.
So originally, I'm going to do this again. So originally, I was thinking Dolphins. I've had some people convincing me in here. I'm actually going to take the over 44.5. So I think that you're asking 20. I think that there's going to be 45 points scored in this game. I don't think there's going to be any defense played in this game.
So you agree? So what you're saying is you agree with me because we both have the over.
Yeah,
okay.
Because I don't think any defense is going to be played in this game whatsoever. I think you're going to see both teams have given up large games defensively already this year. So I'm just going to take the over because expecting a little over 20 points from each side, really not that difficult in today's NFL. So take the over.
Michael?
Yeah, this is over. I'm not really going to go into it. It's just over.
Yeah, and I'll jump aboard that too. I'm absolutely going to grab the over. Long story short, the fun part of this game, though, will be to see the two former Alabama quarterbacks duke it out, Tua and Bryce Young there in Carolina. So a variety of opinions there at Bank of America Stadium. Next fast track.
Hold on.
You didn't go yet.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. Oh, whoops.
2 weeks in a row.
Hey, it was fast enough that you had to get somebody out of this. That's
kind of the plan. Yeah, Tom, go ahead.
You know what? Screw it. I'm on the same boat as Nick. I was going one way, but you know what? Screw it. You all have convinced me. I'm going with the over.
Yes.
So
there we go.
Variety of opinions there. All right, Nick, I'll start with you in this next fast track game. A Chris Myers, Mark Sanchez, Christina Pink special on Fox. Geno Smith and the Las Vegas Raiders against Daniel Jones and the Indianapolis Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium. And the Colts a 6.5-point favorite.
So the Colts played great last week. They did get humbled a little bit. What did they play? The Rams last week?
Yeah.
That was a great game down until the end, the very end. And they had a chance to win that game, too. Just some bad luck kind of at the end of the game.
Someone dropped the ball before the end.
That doesn't help either.
No.
But
No.
But they are clearly the better team in this matchup, and it's not close. Like the Raiders, they are. That's all I can really say about them. Like they're not great. It's Geno Smith. I know they have Brock Bowers and they have some decent pieces offensively, but I'm not expecting much. And I think the Colts are going to come back for a vengeance. So I'm going to take the Colts to cover.
Michael.
Yeah, this is gonna be my lock of the week. Give me the Colts here. Lock of the week.
That's fair.
No.
The Raiders are not a good football team. The Bears played them last week. Yeah, we barely won. Still won. Win is a win. So, Geno Smith's awful. Daniel Jones is looking good. Jonathan Taylor is looking like the best running back in the league again. So, yeah, give me the Colts here. Easy lock.
All right, Tom?
I'm not going to say it's my lock of the week, but I will say, yeah, Raiders are a terrible team. The Colts proved last week that they are a good team, even in defeat. Yeah, easily give me the Colts.
Zan?
I hate how much I love the Indianapolis Colts in this game. I'm sitting there and I'm going. The Colts literally have this game on a silver platter, and now all they have to do is just go eat. Give me the Colts to cover and win by a lot more than 6.5. I'll tell you.
By the way, I hope Xanton just chinks the heck out of that game now. Just saying they're going to win by a whole heck of a lot of points.
Hey,
Dude.
all they need to do for me is win by a touchdown.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Colts. Christine?
Oh, taking the Colts. I think the Rams loss was just a minor bump in the road. I think the Colts are going to bounce back.
Grant.
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually gonna copy my brother here. I mean, I'm taking the Colts to win, and this is also my lock of the week, man.
Oh.
He
That
summed it
means
up-
I lost it.
he summed it up perfectly. I mean,
Michael has hit the most locks of anybody so far this season.
There you
So
go.
Oh, wait, sorry.
So maybe Grant, you have it in that case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I mean, he summed it up perfectly. I mean, Geno Smith has thrown 2 or 3 interceptions in every game so far. Well, wait, I don't know if he has 10 yet, but
No,
he's had at least 8.
7.
Oh well, still that's a lot for 5 weeks into the season. So
4 games.
yeah,
All right, so you're gonna lock the Colts, and Ben, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts. This kind of feels like a Colts week 1 against Miami. The Raiders defense stinks. They're really, really bad. And I mean, obviously the Pats lost in the week 1, but week 1's, it's what it is, right? The Raiders are just not good. Colts.
All right. So I don't have Nick D's pick, but if Nick D takes the Colts, that's another clean sweep across the board here. And
Which means maybe we do jinx it.
yeah, Colts by 6. That's what we'll go with there at Lucas Oil. All right, our next fast track game takes us to the Superdome in New Orleans, and I'll go first.
yeah.
And Andrew Catalon, Charles Davis, Jason McCourty, and AJ Ross special on CBS as Jackson Dart and the Giants take on Spencer Rattler and the Saints. And the Saints are 2.5-point favorites with the injury to Malik Neighbors. The over-under 41.5. Up until this recording, I have struggled to decide what direction I wanted to go in with this game because the Malik Neighbors injury is a brutal one for the Giants.
Mm-hmm.
Going to New Orleans, no matter how bad the Saints are, is always a tough place to play, especially with a rookie quarterback. And let's be honest, the Saints, even though they're winless, they haven't looked like the worst team in the league this year.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing to watch, the one matchup I'm going to watch in this is that Saints offensive line, which is up there in age, going up against the Giants defense, which took advantage of the Joe Alt injury last week with the Chargers. But I just got a very sneaky suspicion with how these two teams can act. I'm taking the over as the play. It's tough to pick a team because I could see it going either which way. But that's why I'm going to stay away from a team here. I'm going to bank on the over as the play. Tom, as the other Giant fan, what do you have?
I understand your concerns, Johnny. I understand everything. And yeah, losing the league neighbors is definitely pretty hurtful. But this is where next man up has to take its role. And I think Jackson Dart really did impress against a Charger team that many people thought were going to slaughter them. And when you consider, you're talking about rookie quarterback with Jackson Dart. Spencer Rattler is also a rookie quarterback. And yeah, obviously the Saints gave the Bills a run for their money like last week. And I know the Saints do not look as bad as, let's say, the Titans, but I just can't do it. I'm just not impressed by what I see with New Orleans. And going into the season, I said, even with Russell Wilson as a QB, this is a winnable game for the Giants. I'm not going to be able to pick the Giants so much this season, so I'm going to let one of those times be now. I'm going to take the Giants plus 2.5.
Yeah, and the fact the numbers jumped up to 2.5 even allows you to win if the Saints win by 1 or 2 points.
Yep.
All right, Dan, fast track around here. What do you have?
Yeah, I like the Giants here too. They really did impress me last week in that nice upset win against Chargers, and I just think the Saints have too many question marks. Even though they're at home, I have a feeling that they'll find a way to lose late. So give me the Giants to cover at the very least.
Ben?
So I don't trust either team right now. Personally, no. Obviously, credit to the Giants and Jackson Dart. I think they found a real one. I'm actually going to go take the under here. I don't think there's going to be a lot of points. I think personally Something just tells me, obviously, the loss of Neighbors, I think, was just massive. So I think points are going to be hard to come by. So I'm taking the under.
Grant.
I'm staying away from either team here, so I'm looking at the over under here. But people don't realize. I mean, this number isn't that high. I mean, in order for this to hit, the Giants and Saints have to both score
21 points each,
22 points for this.
23-20, essentially.
Yeah. Yep. So, and that's not in a football game. That's not a lot of points. I mean, a lot of points is somehow the Cowboys and Packers game. I mean that's a lot of points. That's 80 points in each team, or for each team. Yeah. So I'm gonna take the over here, even though this just looks like a disgusting matchup. I am gonna take the over.
Okay, Christy.
Not a fan of this matchup at all, but if I'm gonna take the over.
Nick.
So I'm going to point out one quick thing. I don't think the Giants, in theory, won that game this past week. I'm going to say that the Chargers actually beat themselves last week.
That's a good point. That's a fair point.
Yeah.
And Malik Neighbors' injury or not, I think they would have played competitively, but the Chargers just completely beat themselves. So that game tells me nothing about the Giants in any way, shape, or form. But I'm not going to touch the spread. I'm taking the over because I just think I can't tell on this spread one way or the other who's going to win, because the Giants could upset this game and win. So I'm going to take the over because I think a lot of points are going to be scored accidentally to cover the number.
So I agree with you on the total, but I don't agree with you on the aspect of last week's game. Michael?
Yeah, so I actually think this is going to be a way better game than everyone else is saying. I think I actually think it's going to be like 30s each team for some reason. I don't know why. It's just screaming to me about that. So I'm going to take the over here.
What do you think this game's going to get then?
I think this game could reach 55, 60 points.
So
I don't think there's going to be any defense at all.
Loose. I couldn't find a loose game this week. So all right, we'll put it this one. All right.
What? Well, you know what? To anybody who says they don't see the Giants scoring points because Malik Neighbors got hurt, I got 2 words for you. Cam Scatterbo.
That guy is a little truck.
And I'll tell you right now, one word to describe Scatterbo so far this year, Tom: steal.
I was so happy when they picked him in the draft. I
couldn't believe that he was available that late in the draft.
I know.
I agree. I totally agree.
He was my second favorite running back after Genty, obviously.
I agree with you 100%. I mean, Omarion Hampton's done very well with the Chargers, too, so that's another guy, too. All right, so we'll see what happens there in New Orleans. All right, now let's go to another fast track and another game involving 2 players here on the show. All right, Christy, let's go to MetLife. A Jason Benetti, Greg Olson, Pam Oliver special on Fox. It's Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, a 1.5-point road favorite against Justin Fields and Nick Morgan's Jets.
Considering Dak Prescott's going to be playing without 4 of his offensive linemen. Yeah, I know. I think the Cowboys are going to bounce back from that tie in the Packers game. I'm picking the Cowboys. Lock of the week.
Nick, are you going to lock a 5th straight game involving a MetLife Stadium?
Not happening.
No,
not my lock of the week this week.
Oh, wow. Okay. And you didn't lock against the Giants, so this is going to be interesting to see what you do this week. All right. What's your pick real quick? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's the Cowboys because I just think the Cowboys – well, I thought they should have won that game this past week. And Jordan Love and the Packers were really fooling around. They could have lost that game if it wasn't for Jordan Love spiking the football in time for a tie. But I just think this game is terrible overall. But somehow Dallas will come out. They have more offensive weapons than the Jets. Don't get me wrong. Breece Hall's been great. He's been leading the team in receiving yards, let alone rushing yards for them so far. But I'm going to take the Cowboys just because I think they have more offensive weapons.
Michael?
Yeah, this is an easy Cowboys here.
All right. Tom?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the Cowboys, for as depleted as they are, they still seem like the better team than the Jets. The Jets are an absolute dumpster fire right now, as Nick Morganson would promote. Yeah, I'm going to take the Cowboys on this one.
Zan.
I like Dallas here too. Just like kind of what the others have been saying. Too many weapons. Jets are obviously too inconsistent. They find new ways to lose every single week. This is going to be another epic Jets collapse where they'll blow a late fourth quarter lead and find a way to lose with like 30 seconds left or something stupid.
All right, so you're gonna.
Sorry, Nick.
You're back. You're back to Cowboys, right? All right.
Yep, I'm taking the Cowboys.
Ben.
I'm actually not taking the spread here. I'm taking the over in this game.
Ooh.
I think that there's going to be a lot of points, to be fair. Listen, the Cowboys defense, their pass defense stinks. So I feel like the Jets can actually move the football. But the Cowboys, like Christy was saying, they're without a lot of offensive linemen. The Jets actually have a pretty good front. So I just really don't know who. I mean, I think the Cowboys are going to win this game, but I'm going to play it safe. I'm taking the over.
Ben, how many over/under picks have you made this week so far?
He's made three.
That's a good question.
Three so far.
It feels like there's been more.
Well, it does have this game does have the makings of getting loose because of how bad both of these teams' defenses have been. But I'm gonna. This is a stay away game for me, honestly. But honestly, if I'm gonna make a pick on a team, I'm gonna pick the team that's got the offensive player of the year this year, the leading candidate for that, and that is the Cowboys.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
I was waiting for that.
There it is. Yeah, Dak Prescott. Let's be fair; he's the offensive player of the year this year. He's got no help, but he's trying to do it on his back.
How about them Cowboys?
Shouldering the burden.
Yeah, and Jerry, maybe you should give the guy some help. That'd be nice.
Yeah, come on.
What about Grant? What do you have?
Look, I have referred to the Cowboys as the Cowgirls the last month just because I personally don't think they're a good football team. But the Jets just scream trash to me. I'm sorry, Nick. So, I mean, I could take the over on this, but I have more trust in the Cowboys than the Jets. And I will continue to call them the Cowgirls because the Bears beat the crap out of them two weeks ago. But I will call them the Cowboys for my pick.
All right.
How about them Cowboys?
All right. So Grant, I ended with you there so that I could start with you in this one as we go to Philadelphia. A Jim Nance, Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson special on CBS. Bo Nix and the 2-2 Broncos against Jalen Hurts and the 4-0 Eagles. Eagles 4.5-point favorites. The total 43.5.
See, okay, this is crazy because in my personal opinion, the Broncos should be 3-1 and the Eagles should be 4-0, which they are. But this is a better matchup than people think. I don't like the point spread here. Like I don't like 4.5. I think it should be higher. But so I'm gonna if I had to pick a team here, just because of the star power that's on the Eagles, I would take the Eagles. But they also need to get AJ Brown involved.
That's just because you got him in fantasy.
Fantasy, yeah.
Well, that's true, but seriously, I mean, he's the star player on the team besides Saquon Barkley. But I'm going to take the over on this game because both teams are very, very.
There it is.
Okay, I guess I deserve that. Sure. Thanks, Johnny.
No, that was me.
That wasn't me.
That was me.
Okay, well, thanks.
Where
Nick.
is he? I'm on the watch. Where is he?
But anyway, I am gonna take the over on this game because both teams have a lot of star power, and you know Sean Payton is still a great play caller, and he looks like he's gonna turn Bo Nix into the next great quarterback for the Broncos.
All right, so he's going to take the over. Grant, I'm going to jump in next, and I agree with you 100% on what you said about the spread because the spread has been going up, which is why I'm actually staying away from it. And I am going to attack the total, and that seems to be a more comfortable play with these Eagles games. By the way, a fun fact of the Broncos: they're the only team in the league to not trail with time on the clock because their two losses came when time expired. Remember, game-winning field goal.
Okay.
Because if I was to take the spread, I'd be tempted to go the Broncos route because of their defense of prowess. And then it comes to the total, and that's also not a clear-cut decision. But I look at the Broncos. They're good against the run. the Eagles are not putting up good passing numbers, but the Broncos are also possessing an inconsistent quarterback. So I think there's a better chance of this game being kept low in terms of a score than being a shootout. So, Grant, I know you're taking the over. I'm taking the under. That's where I'm going to go.
Okay.
That's your opinion, and I wish you
Yeah,
luck on it.
and I'll tell you, if I was to pick a team, I think the Eagles would sneak out another win. That's where I would go, but I'm more comfortable with the total. That's what I'll do. Christy, what do you have?
Well, if I had to pick, I'm going the Broncos plus 4.5 because I just think, the Eagles have got to lose at some point, and then Broncos might be the team to do it.
All right. So even if they don't, though, 4.5 points is what you get there. Nick?
I have the Eagles. I just think the Eagles are playing good ball. I know they're not throwing the ball in the air well, but the running game is still keeping them in games. Saquon has looked good for the most part. And unfortunately, the tush push just keeps getting attention week after week after week.
Yeah, just leave it.
Come on.
But I said this last week, until someone defends the tush push, they are not going to lose. And complaining about it on TV and in media is not going to make it go away.
It's going to make them do it more.
Exactly.
The hardest thing with the tush push is how can you defend it?
You can't defend it because they've perfected it. That's why. So
the only thing you can do is be like Aaron Rodgers.
You just stand there and let everyone else do it. But because no teams can figure out how to defend it, the Eagles are going to win and they're going to cover.
All right. I'll tell you how you defend it. Put together long drives on offense and keep that defense out on the field.
That's fair. Sure.
But that's hard to do against the Eagles defense. Michael, what's your play?
Yeah, I think I'm going to side with Grant here. I think this is going to be kind of like a Jalen Hurts needs to throw the ball type of game, and I think it's going to happen like it did against the Bucks where he actually threw the ball and actually looked right. It was the Bucks. Yeah, where he looked decent. I think it was the Bucks.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Yeah, the Bucks. So I'm gonna go over 43.5 here. I think even if they somewhat stop the tush push, they got the fake tush push now where they just hand it off or pitch it to Saquon, and he gets a touchdown anyway. So
that's true.
You can't defend it, and if you do defend it, they'll just pitch it to Saquon and he'll get it.
Or they'll throw a screen pass. It doesn't really matter.
Either way.
It doesn't matter. Either way, they're scoring. So
over for you?
Over easily.
Tom.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of the games of the week, if not the game of the week. I think this is absolutely fun. I've been impressed by these two teams. I'm going to join Team Grant and Mike again, and I'm going to go with the over.
Right. Yay!
Yeah, I like the Eagles at home. I just think for whatever reason, to me, the travel is going to be too much for Denver, and the Eagles have just been a wagon for a really long time, and it's one of the toughest places to play at the Wink. It's going to be loud. It's going to be hostile. It's going to be a game where Bo Nix is going to have to block out a lot of the noise, and if he can't do that, it's going to be a long day. So give me the Eagles to cover at home.
And Ben.
Yeah, the Eagles right now currently are a team that's on a wagon pace right now. They got the tush push going. They could beat you in different ways. This is my lock of the week.
All right, so he'll lock the Eagles there at Lincoln Financial. All right, now to the late window and our next fast track, Michael. It's Spiro, Adam, and Aditi on CBS as we got the Titans against the Arizona Cardinals. Cardinals 7.5-point favorites.
Cardinals.
Tom.
Cardinals, lock of the week. Because I know it's a 7.5-point spread, but I mean, it goes back to what I said. We were talking about Giants Saints, how the one team that I thought could actually now at this point be worse than the Saints, and it is the Titans. When Cam Ward is up there at the media booth, basically calling himself and that whole team ass. I think
like
you have a problem
a couple
here.
weeks ago.
No lies. Hey, I detect no lies in that one.
He's locking the Cardinals. Zan, what's your play?
And especially when you're playing a team like the Cardinals, who are in the best division in football at this point.
Zan?
Cardinals. They're at home. They're a touchdown and a hook favorite. Tennessee, you can't really figure out what their true identity is. Cam Ward's already thrown his team under the bus. It's a complete disaster in Nashville. Give me the Cardinals.
Ben?
Cardinals. Oh yeah, the Titans are a disaster, whether Cam Ward says they're ass or not.
Fast track pick. What's yours play?
Cardinals, and I'm gonna say a little bit of a hot, well, I don't think it's that much of a hot take, but the Titans will be looking for a new head coach at the end of the season.
All right,
I
Christine.
believe it. Cardinals. Don't mess with Kyler Murray.
Nick.
Yeah, Cardinals. Nothing to say.
All right.
Right.
And I'm going to go different. I'm going a different route. I'm going way under. That's
Ooh.
Way under.
way under.
Oh.
That's
Wow.
What do you qualify as way under?
Wait, Johnny.
20,
think the
20 to 9 Cardinals.
Wow.
You're going to
That's
give him
still
9
close.
points.
29, that means 3 field goals.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
How are they going to get to
Yeah.
9? All right, 20 to 8. A touchdown and a meaningless 2-point conversion. We'll do that.
Sure.
Right.
I'm just a little worried because the Cardinals are now down to their third string running back, and I'm wondering how
Yes.
that's going to work. That's the only thing to keep an eye on. But if you like low scoring games, that game is going to be for you. And then we'll head
It's gonna
over
be a high
to
passing game, which my dad needs.
Well, Trey McBride. That's the guy having fantasy, by the way.
Yes, sir.
There you
Yes,
go.
sir. He's been wagging. Yes, sir.
Nick,
He's awesome.
over to you for this one. Kevin Harlan, Trent Green, Melanie Collins special on CBS. It is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield heading to Lumen Field to face Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. So a matchup of former Carolina quarterbacks, and it's the Seahawks up to a 4.5-point favorite.
I really don't know how to look at this game, to be quite honest, because I think both teams have been a little up and downish to start the season, even though the Bucs played well to start the season. I think the Seahawks are playing much better now. They've figured out their offense. The Bucs
Have
have a little bit. But
A little
and
bit.
there's some injury situations going on with the Bucs also, which is kind of scaring me with the Bucs. So, and I think Seattle plays much better at home. So, I don't love it, but I'm taking Seattle to cover.
Michael.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go off of what I've been saying. It's not a divisional game, but it kind of feels like one. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like it's just gonna be an over type of game. I feel like there's just gonna be a lot of points scored. I know Bucky Irving's out, which is a tough loss for me in like 5 leagues in fantasy. It kind of sucks.
5?
Yeah, I have 7
my-
leagues. I have him in
Oh,
like
no.
almost every single league.
Oh,
It is not
no.
good. But I have Rashad White, so I honestly, I'm gonna go. I think it's over. I think Emeka has a very good game. I think the Ohio State receivers are gonna have a very good game. I think Baker has a very good game. If I was to pick a team here, it would be the Bucs. I think the Bucs win, but I'm gonna go over 44.5 here.
All right, Tom.
I don't know if I'll say the Buccaneers necessarily win, but both of these teams have definitely done their fair share of impressing. You know, Sam Darnold goes over to Seattle, and they actually don't look half bad. Baker Mayfield, I mean, just continues to be an absolute Tampa Bay legend, even when facing with all these injuries. Like we mentioned, Bucky Irving might be out, but there's Rashad White. Mike Evans might have been banged up, Chris Godwin a little banged up, and then Emeka comes in as a rookie, and he's been absolutely solid. So I don't know if they're going to win, but I definitely think this is going to be a closer game than the line says. Give me the Buccaneers plus 4.5.
Okay, Zan.
I like the Bucks in an outright road upset. I think that this is a great game. I think this is another Baker Mayfield legacy game. And I think this is one of those classic 2-minute drives where Tampa Bay goes down and scores and wins about 4 or 5. So, nonetheless, in a nutshell, I like Tampa in a road cover this week.
It's a nice sell, Zan, but not so fast, my friend. And I'm a little nervous that the numbers jumped because it was 3.5 and the numbers jumped. But I'm backing the Seahawks here because the Bucs offense is not the same without Mike Evans, and they just came off an emotional, draining loss last week, and they have to travel across country. And the Seahawks have won 3 in a row. Extra time to rest for this one too. I think their defense will play a role, and I think Sam Darnold will play well enough to give them a win. So I know
I'm just going to say this. I'm very prepared. I'm very prepared to be wrong. So,
well, I'm a little nervous that the numbers jumped too, Zan. I mean, this could be a 3 or 4 point game too. But I just Mike Evans injury is so massive, and they haven't found a way to win a game without him in the lineup. So I'm going to take the Seahawks.
Thanks, Lee Corso.
Budget, always got to keep him in check. Christy, what's your play?
Look, the Bucks are good, but they don't have Mike Evans. The Seahawks, I think, are better. So I'm going to go Seahawks take the money.
Grant?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going strictly off quarterback play here. I mean, do I trust Baker Mayfield or seeing ghost Sam Darnold? And I'm going to say I trust Baker Mayfield more. I mean, Emeka Ibuka, I mean, here's my take on this. If you go to Ohio State, Clemson, or LSU, you are going to be successful in the NFL as a wide receiver. So
That's fact.
I trust Baker Mayfield more than I trust Sam Darnold. So I'm going to say I'm going to take the Bucks here.
All right, so I'll make sure then we tank for Jeremiah White then. All right, got it. Ben Cruz.
Okay, so the Bucks are without Mike Evans. However, it's October, so that means that Sam Darnold's going to be seeing some ghosts. So you know what?
Sorry.
I am actually, because the Seahawks play a lot of close games, I'm actually riding with Tom here. I'm going to take the plus 4.5 for the Bucks. I think the Seahawks win, but I'm not going to be trusting them outright to win this one. So I'm going to take the plus 4.5 for the Bucks.
All right, so another variety of opinions up in Seattle. All right, Tom, next fast track game is over to you. A Kevin Kugler, Daryl Moose Johnston, Allison Williams special on Fox. It is Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions, a 9.5-point road favorite, heading to Cincinnati to take on Jake Browning and the Bengals, and the over-under just under 50.
Over-under being near 50 is absolutely crazy. But then again, it's the Lions offense, so you never know. Sorry, Bengals, but take the money.
Dan?
There you go.
I like the Lions here. I don't care if this game is played in Cincinnati. I don't care if this game is played in Cleveland. I don't care if this game is played in Detroit or in a back parking lot. Detroit
In a back parking lot.
Detroit wins and covered easily. You're asking me if I would have picked Jared Goff or if I would have picked Jake Browning. It's pretty simple. I'm taking Jared Goff.
Put this game on Neptune and see how it does.
Ben?
This was actually my other consideration for lock of the week. The Lions, Ben Johnson, who, by the way, guys, we were all kind of thinking after that first week that the Lions are going to completely fall off the face of the earth, and they haven't lost a beat right here, right? Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery, they're cooking. Amon-Ra is obviously one of the best receivers in the league. The Bengals, this is a perfect offense for the Lions to just feast on. The Bengals, their secondary stinks. Bo Nix went off on them last week. They've not changed that at all. And Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, I feel bad for you. Lions, take them.
Grant?
Yep. Jake Browning cannot throw a football to save his life. And it really hurts me because I have to depend on T. Higgins to get me a touchdown in one league because it's basically a touchdown league. And I have no one else to start in his place. But I have to take. I mean, you know, the Lions just I don't like what you said about Ben Johnson because he's now my football head coach, so that really hurts my feelings.
Well, I'm saying
It hurts my feelings too. What are we doing?
You are right. They haven't missed a beat, and I will admit that first week I was like, oh crap, it was all Ben Johnson. But after that week, he flipped the switch. So the spread is really high, but without Joe Burrow throwing that ball, this is an easy Lions win.
Yeah. So Grant, T. Higgins will get a touchdown. That won't be a problem. And I think I have him going for over 66.5 yards. I need him to do that. But the problem, he's going to do that. It'll just be in the fourth quarter when you're down 34-10. I'm going to the Lions are firing on all cylinders right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to back them and lay the points. Christy?
I'm going with you on this one. The Lions, they're going to win, take the money, blow them out. I don't know.
All right.
The Bengals are just bad.
Nick?
Yeah, so I just did the math. The last 2 games, they've won 76-13.
Oh
really
my god!
Yeah, just to do some, since we like talking numbers on this show.
Sure.
Yeah, 76-13. I'm just going to say it again. I told you so about the Bengals. I'm just going to say that.
Well, you had a little bit of an assist this year too. That helps.
Yeah, come
That's
on,
true.
come on, Nick. You
come
gotta.
I
Well,
said it in the preview that I thought they were going to stink again.
Right.
Nick
I mean-
is right, though. They never changed their defense at all. I've been a massive
No.
believer on them, but the Bengals never changed their defense
Never
at all.
change their defense. Wait a minute.
No.
Never change their defense. The reason Joe Burrow is hurt is because of the offensive line.
Well, no, I
The
was,
offensive
wait a
line
minute.
wants to make
Time
sure
out.
he dies. Pretty
I
much.
was going to say also at the same time, besides the defense, the offensive line stinks. And that's been a problem for years. And they're going to, even though the Lions have not been great so far this year, the offensive line is so bad that the Lions are going to run through it. So Lions cover, and I can see this being 2 touchdowns at least. Take them up.
All right, and Michael, go ahead.
See, I kind of want to be different than everyone. I honestly think the Lions could score 50 points themselves.
They
Oh,
probably
so you're
Oh.
taking the over?
Dude, I kind of want to, but I'm
Do
not
it.
going to.
What are you gonna
do
do?
it.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Give me the over 49 and a half. I think the Lions score 50 themselves. It's going to be 50
50 to
zero.
nothing game?
Hey, hey,
Michael.
I'll tell you right
Michael.
now, if it's 50
Wait a
to
minute.
nothing, Zach Taylor may not survive.
No.
No, but
They have to
it's not his
decide.
fault.
Real quick, they have to decide if they're going to get a quarterback or if they're going to just start selling off some pieces.
I hope
Really?
they sell
Yeah.
Trey
Out there.
Hendrickson
It's
to
not
the
Taylor's
Bears.
fault. I mean,
Yeah.
Zan, you can attest to this because our friend Damon Martin just constantly goes off about him. It's Zach Taylor's
Yeah.
fault that Joe Burrow got hurt. Zach Taylor has let Joe Burrow down in more ways than one in the last couple of seasons.
I agree. Joe Burrow could not be in a worse situation at the moment.
Well, it's more than just that. We'll spend time on that coming up.
By the
All
way,
right,
actually, one more thing, Mike.
real quick.
If
Yeah.
Okay, no, I think if the score is at least 50 to nothing, I think Mike should get another additional 4 points.
Deal.
Michael, question.
Hey,
Michael,
Whoa.
Hands in.
question.
Good. Put it on Novig. Put it on Novig. That's what you'll
Put
do.
it
That's
on
that's
Novig.
much better.
Novig.
All right. Let's see. Who am I going to here? Zan, I'm going to you next. Kevin Burkhardt, Tom Brady, Aaron Andrews, and Tom Rinaldi special on Fox as Jaden Daniels returns for the Commanders to face Justin Herbert Chargers at SoFi Stadium. Chargers 2.5-point favorite.
Yeah, I think it's too little too late for Jaden Daniels. It's nice to see that he's going to play, but I really do think the Chargers are out for revenge. They obviously did not play their best football last week. And back at home, you're asking the team to travel all the way to the West Coast. I honestly think the spread should be higher. Give me the Chargers to win and cover at home.
Ben?
Well, I know that obviously I've been doing a lot of over-under plays, but I have to do it, unfortunately, with this one again.
Yeah.
I'm taking
no way! You're doing it again!
Wow. He's doing
Hey,
it
he needs
again.
points. Whatever works. Go ahead, Ben.
I'm taking the over. I mean, Jaden Daniels is back. Justin Herbert, you got Justin Herbert and Jaden Daniels, 2 quarterbacks you feel like are going to just go crazy in this one. Taking the over.
All right. Grant.
I'm taking the over too. Look, I know that Terry McLaurin's out. I know that they're going to be missing some pieces on offense, but with Jaden Daniels, they will still score. And the Chargers, personally, I think last week was a fluke, and I'm still upset because that was mostly everyone's lock in here. But because I just didn't trust Jackson Dart, and I
didn't either. That's why I took the Chargers.
And now I have to actually have him as my quarterback for one week as in one.
wow,
of my
the
leagues.
irony.
So
Wow.
yeah, Dart, you better show out on Sunday. But both of these teams are high-powered offenses, and this will be over 47.5.
47.5 over. All right, Christy.
Not liking what I'm looking at here, but look, Jaden Daniels is coming back, and I think the Chargers will bounce back, but I don't trust either one, so I'm taking the over.
Over. Nick.
Go over.
I think the overcall is outrageous in this game. I just think it's an outrageous number. It's such a high number
I think it's
considering
too low.
consider no way.
It's what?
It's
pretty-
too
high.
it's too
Whoa.
high.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Are you kidding me?
Guys, let me
Wow.
finish. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jaden is first coming back off an injury. We have no idea what he's going to look like on the field whatsoever. Terry is out, his number one wide receiver. We have no the running back situation is still a question mark for Washington. So
Yeah.
I don't trust that. The Chargers are angry. They're going to come back after all the reputation that said they were going to kill the Giants, which they did not do. So I think this is a clear Chargers win. And on top of that, the Chargers are my lock this week because they're going to come out angry and they're going to dismantle the Commanders this week.
Fifth time is the charm. Let's hope it works for Nick this time. Michael, I think you disagree. You want to go? What avenue do you want to go?
Well, yeah, I said the point total is too low, but I'm still gonna go with Chargers. Chargers here easily. They're gonna absolutely destroy. Lad is finally gonna have his come out game. He's finally gonna go off. He's gonna get in the end zone. He's gonna help all my fantasy teams.
That's coming from a fantasy owner. Come on.
No.
Oh my god.
But yeah, Justin Herbert's gonna dismantle this team, the Commanders, and I think they'll win by a touchdown, maybe even two. I'm saying that right now. So I think Chargers win easily.
Tom, I won't forget about you this time. Go ahead.
Well, you see, guys, it's simple mathematics. A Chargers team that is absolutely going to be angry after the fact that they lost to the Giants last week, plus no Terry McLaurin equals take the money on LA.
Yeah, so real quick. So I don't know what I'm going to get from the Commanders offense because I think they're still trying to find stride. And on the flip side, the only thing I worry about from the Chargers side is I don't know about that offensive line has taken a couple of hits now. Remember, Rashawn Slater out for the season. The Joe Alt injury, which was massive. That was a big deal in that Giant game last week was the Joe Alt injury. And it's not talked about enough. That's the only thing I worry about because Dan Quinn's defense, that's their one strength is their front defense. That secondary, though, is not any good and continues to be a problem. So if Justin Herbert has a clean pocket and has time to throw on them, that's what will propel the Chargers to a win.
Let them fly.
I think they'll make just enough plays here to win. So I will back the Chargers.
Yeah.
Hey fans, Novig is here to change the way you play. Available in 35 states, including California, Texas, Florida, and New York, Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market, and it's 10 times more profitable than traditional sports books because there's no house edge. Instead, you're betting directly against other sports fans just like yourself. Novig is also the only free exchange, which means you keep every dollar you win, whether you're putting plays down on the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, Major League Baseball, college sports, or even UFC and tennis. Novig gives you the power to pick the best odds, or better yet, set your own. Sign up today with the code ETB Network, and you'll get 1,000 Novig coins plus $5 in Novig cash, and special bonus offers like spending $5 and getting $50 back. Novig, where fans play smarter. You must be 21 years or older to play. Please gamble responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The football forecast is presented by Playback. Watching sports is more fun with others, but we spend too much of our time watching alone. Playback is a virtual space where communities can stream live sports together, with everyone perfectly synced up. Creators can hop on stage, deliver their own play-by-play analysis and commentary, and invite viewers up for Q&A. Playback makes watching sports fully interactive and a social experience. From playing fantasy sports, repping your favorite players and teams, and watching with the commentators and communities you care about. Win or lose, sports are best enjoyed together. Join our community by going to playback.tv/ETB Network to find out more, including our live stream schedule. And now back to the show. It's time for Primetime Picks presented by Playback. And Ben, we'll start with you on Sunday Night Football on NBC. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and Melissa Stark as the New England Patriots and Drake May head to Buffalo to Highmark Stadium to face Josh Allen and the Bills a 7.5-point favorite.
I just want to quickly say it feels nice to have a primetime game again, but we're not winning this game, unfortunately. I'm going to be real here. It's going to be a good game. I'm going to say that the Bills cover this game. I feel like it's going to be like a 30 to 20 game. I think that we'll probably lose by 10, but we'll keep it close. Bills take it.
Grant?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the the Bills to win and cover here. I mean, both offenses are at least run by good offensive minds in Joe Brady and Josh McDaniels, but I still believe that the Patriots are trying to find their footing with their offense. And last week, they looked great because they were playing the Panthers. So Josh Allen just will, he's the MVP candidate, so I trust Josh Allen more than I trust Drake May. So I'm gonna be gonna go with the right pick here and take the Bills.
Christy.
I mean, Josh Allen is not going to be stopped no matter what, so I'm going with the Bills.
Nick?
Yeah, I like the Bills here. As much as I saw some positive stretches from the Patriots last week, it was still the Panthers. So that doesn't tell me a heck of a lot. And in the last 3 games, the Bills have won by 10 points or more. So I think the offense is finally coming into stride. The defense is playing better, which was the question mark coming into this season. So I'm taking the Bills. Even with the hook, I'm taking them to cover.
Michael.
Yeah, I'm going to go off of what I've said. Division games over hits a lot. So I'm going to take over 48.5. I think the Bills probably get 35 of that. But I think the Patriots put up a decent fight. I think the Bills maybe win by a touchdown. That's why I don't trust the 7.5. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. So
By the way, Michael, you have 7 over/under picks for the week. So good luck.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
That's fair. So the overs your play?
Yeah, over 40.5.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to jump in next. Actually, this was a little bit of a tough one, but there's 2 reasons why I'm going to back the Bills. It's the fact it's their 3rd straight game at home, number 1. Number 2, they might be getting some reinforcements back on the defensive side with Milano. The one thing I'm curious to see with the Patriots is are they going to be able to exploit the biggest defense of the Bills, and that's their run defense. I just don't think they have the running back so that can exploit that. So factor all that in, I am going to back the Bills. Tom?
Yeah, I know it's a divisional game. I know the Pats have some positives. I know the Bills had some scary moments against the Saints, but yeah, none of that matters. It's still the Bills. I'm taking the money on this one.
And Zan?
Sunday Night Football, Highmark Stadium, white jerseys, Bills to cover, and it's my lock of the week.
Whoa, Joe! Whoa!
You can't do that.
Yes, I sure can.
You can't do that.
Yeah, all right, so he's going to lock the Bills.
Honestly, I respect it, and I will say those jerseys look clean.
Absolutely.
They look so sick. I like them.
They just needed to play. They just needed to use them when it was snowing out. That's the only thing that was missing. All right,
I hope they do.
Yeah, my lock last week, so hopefully it works this week.
Just remember, it's only October. We have a lot of the season to go. All right, final game of Week 5, Christy, on Monday Night Football on ESPN. A Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Lisa Salters, Laura Rutledge special. It's Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs laying 3.5 heading to Everbank Stadium against Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, this was a game I was considering for a lock of the week, but then I changed my mind. But still, there's no question. I mean, the Jaguars are not great. They can be pretty inconsistent on both sides of the ball. So I'm going to go Chiefs, cover, take the money.
Nick.
So finally, the Chiefs show up. Finally, offensively, after many weeks. Now, I don't think it was perfect by any means, but I finally saw some consistency with Mahomes throwing the football, Pacheco finally running the football, getting Worthy back, getting guys back that they needed to finally have a full team. Travis Kelce still looks like an embarrassment out there. He looks slow, step slow still, and that's going to hurt their offense. But they're playing the Jaguars. Even though the Jaguars have played well so far, they don't have as many wins to show for it. But I think the Chiefs will pull this out and cover.
Yeah, I'm going to jump in next. And Nick, that's the biggest question: is are the Chiefs back after that offensive showing Sunday? They took advantage of the Raven defense, but I think that kind of performance can definitely travel, and I think it will, because the Jaguars are going to be a stiffer test for them on Monday night. But I'm looking at the other side here too, and the Jaguars have not faced a quarterback like Pat Mahomes yet, and the Chiefs don't turn the ball over, which is what's the strength of the Jaguars are the takeaways. And I also think there's one other person in this game that's going to make a big difference: Steve Spagnuolo. Watch for him to chomp down on the running attack for the Jaguars. What that's going to mean is forcing Trevor Lawrence to win through the air. I don't trust that. I'm going to say for a little while at least the Chiefs are back, so I'm going to lay the 3.5 for the Chiefs and save the best for last. Lock of the week. Give me the Chiefs.
Wow.
5th time the charm, hopefully for me, which means the Chiefs will win by field goal. Michael?
Yeah, the getting Worthy back was big for them. I think it finally opened up the Chiefs' offense a lot, and I think it gave Mahomes his confidence back because he knows he has a receiver who can actually catch the ball, and it's not Travis Kelce who looks like he's 100 years old out there. So with that, I think this is an easy game. I want to take an over pick here, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stay away from that. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs to cover here very easily. I think they probably win by a touchdown, maybe even 2.
Tom?
I agree with Michael. It's a very easy game. Everything that Johnny said, I absolutely agree with. Plus, call it, divine intervention, but I just got a random tune-in radio ad on my phone, and it's one that promotes something involving Taylor Swift. So I think that's a sign that I need to take the money on the Chiefs.
All right.
Yeah.
That is.
What timing? Wow.
All right, Zan.
Chiefs win and cover here. It's a Monday night game. Jacksonville is starting to figure things out, but there's still some glaring holes. And it's who do I trust more? Do I trust Patrick Mahomes, who when he's on, he's the best quarterback in football, or do I go with Trevor Lawrence, where he's a quarterback where I don't really know what I'm going to get? So give me the Chiefs on the road to win on Monday night.
Ben?
I'm taking the Chiefs with 2 factors. Obviously, getting Worthy back was massive, and Spagnuolo is going to put Trevor Lawrence in hell. I think it's going to be bad for him. So, yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Chiefs.
Yeah, he's going to take the Chiefs. All right, Grant, last pick of week 5 is yours.
I'm actually gonna talk about a factor here that like Ben did, but it's not the same factor. But the factor is so one of the coaches that Liam Cohen hired for his coaching staff is Shane Waldron, and when you look at his track record in terms of receivers. When he was with Seattle, JSN was terrible. When he was with the Bears, Rome was terrible. And when he's with the Jaguars, Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter are also terrible. So I have a hunch that he will be fired at the end of the year for the Jaguars, but I am going to be taking the Chiefs here. Because it's an easy win for the Chiefs.
All right, and that just like that, let's wrap on week 5 of the football forecast. So, of course, make sure to check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/ETB Network, where we continue to grow there. You can also get our playback simulcast on YouTube, as well as all of our shows. Also, if you can't watch us on the video side, make sure to check us on the audio side. You can listen to the football forecast and all of our podcasts here on the ETB Network, wherever you get your favorite podcast. The football forecast, of course, presented by Playback. Of course, a lot of stuff with Playback coming up in October now that we've got, the baseball playoffs. We got football stuff. We've got a ton of stuff. The WNBA finals happening.
A lot of great stuff.
A lot of stuff in October.
Tons
You're
of
not
great
getting a lot of
stuff.
rest. But it's one of the best months of the year. And
Go Cubs.
our football forecast odds have been presented by Novig. So, guys, enjoy the first weekend in October. Should be something with a lot of stuff, especially a very busy football weekend for sure.
Yeah, I can't believe we're 5 weeks down into this NFL season
Don't
already.
talk about it, Nick. Don't talk about it. I don't want it. I don't want this football season.
You got a lot. Yeah.
No.
Just wait till winter. That's when it goes faster.
That's a good point. And you know what? There really is true no week off in terms of the National Football League. So,
Right.
guys, enjoy it all. It should be a great one.
Well, by the way, also don't forget Gridiron Grooves Week 5. Grant, Michael, Ben, Sunday, noon Eastern, right before all the football games as well, right into NFL Red Zone. Forgot to mention this announcement for rest of the season. NFL Red Zone is available at our full disposal for the rest of the season. So sign up and join us. Playback.tv/ETB Network and come watch Red Zone with us.
Guys,
7 hours.
you get to watch Red Zone for free. What's better than that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll have a little bit of an easier week 5 because there'll only be 6 games at 1 o'clock and 4 in the late window. So you get a little bit of a break there now with the buys. So
check us out.
That's true.
check us out there. All right. So for everybody here at the ETB Network, Nick, Michael, Tom, Christy, Zan, Grant, and Ben, and Nick DiMartino, I'm Johnny Montalbano. Enjoy the first weekend in October, everybody. And we'll catch you for week 6 of the football forecast next week.